Dublin City Schools is so excited to offer a trip to the island of Ireland in the summer of 2025. This trip is open to all students from grades 8 through 12, and you'll see much of what made Ireland amazingly famous today. This is considered the Dublin to Dublin tour because we will leave Dublin, Ohio, and we will arrive in Dublin, Ireland. You can notice from this map that modern Ireland, the island of Ireland, is divided into two nations: the Republic of Ireland, with its flag that's the tricolor, the green, the white, and the orange, and the smaller portion of the island known as Northern Ireland, which today is part of the United Kingdom. We will be able to travel and go back and forth freely between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. They do have a little different flavor and feel, different money, different government. When we're in the Republic of Ireland, we will use the euro as the currency. When we travel to Northern Ireland, we will use the pound of the United Kingdom. So this trip offers a chance to see two different nations, two different countries, but on the same island. Here's a look at what we'll do over the 9 days. You can see Dublin, Ireland is our first stop, and then we'll travel around the island of Ireland in the Republic of Ireland. And then we'll head and cross into Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom, for 3 days. And we'll fly home from Dublin, Ireland. So we'll start the trip in Dublin, the most famous city of the island. All of the amazing things we'll see: St. Patrick's Cathedral. We'll experience the downtown, the historic area, the Temple Bar region. We'll experience Irish food, Irish culture, Irish dance, Irish music. It will be an amazing experience to see how Dublin, Ohio is connected to Dublin, Ireland. And from Dublin, Ireland, we'll travel to the geographic center of the island, Athlone, a smaller village, but still so Irish in its feel and its flavor. We will then go to the Cliffs of Moher. The Cliffs of Moher is the geological crown. It's the most visited place. The tourists flock to see these cliffs that fall or drop 700 feet into the ocean. We will actually take a ferry ride at the bottom on the Irish Sea around these cliffs. It will be an amazing experience. From there, we'll go to Galway, also, and see a smaller village, some castles, and then head to Castlebar, another smaller town. So on this trip, you're going to experience Dublin, a larger city, and get to experience several smaller Irish villages and just see how the Irish live today, their culture, their way of life, their language. It will be an amazing trip. But then we will travel into Northern Ireland, into what would be part of the United Kingdom. Here we are at Derry, a famous city in Northern Ireland. You can see the resemblance of their pedestrian bridge to the one in Dublin, Ohio. We'll also go to Giant's Causeway, which is at the very northern part of Northern Ireland, on the island of Ireland. Just the geographic northern part, but just amazing scenery and geology, mountains and the ocean. It will be an amazing part of the trip. And finally, we will go to Belfast and spend some time in Belfast, which is the biggest city in Northern Ireland. This city is part of the United Kingdom and has a very different vibe than you might have on the rest of the island. We'll spend several days around Belfast. One of the highlights of being in Belfast will be going to the Titanic Museum. So Belfast in Northern Ireland is where the Titanic was built, and we all know the story of what happened to the Titanic. We will go to the Titanic Museum, see where they built it, hear the story of it. It's really a fascinating experience to see where the Titanic was built and understand really the role the Titanic has played really in in the 20th century. So if this trip sounds interesting to you, you can scan this QR code and think about joining the Dublin City Schools students who go on this trip in 2025.